You never lost a race, but now you're struggling in this particular race. What's keeping you in?
Struggling? Oh, well, I think I would be a commander-in-chief worthy of the sacrifice of the 1% who are taking care of all of us. I've been to Iraq and Afghanistan 35 times. I learned from Bush's mistakes, Obama's mistakes, my mistakes, and I think I'd be a commander-in-chief that could keep us safe. And if I get to be commander-in-chief, we're going to go over there and kill as many of these bastards as we can before they come here.
Okay. Senator, I know Whoopi said there are about 350,000 candidates. It just feels like that. We said there's about 15. But I think the big complaint that a lot of folks have is that these debates, there's so many, you don't hear any real policy, anything substantial. So why can't some of you guys that maybe are polling lower, why can't some of them just drop out of the race and do what's best for the party?
That's what I would suggest. They all drop out of the race.
All of them.
In case you're watching The View.
But isn't there a time when you just have to say, it's not working, I'm going to do what's best for the Republican Party?
Is I have been in the military most of my life. You don't drop out. You don't get a pass. You know, when you go to Iraq and Afghanistan, you're a volunteer. How many people have gone 3 or 4 times? A lot. So they're not going to quit. I'm not going to quit. You know, your generation, we're going to give you more debt than you can possibly ever pay off. Washington is broken. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Somebody needs to bring us together. You know, when I was 21, my mom died. When I was 22, my dad died. I'm the first in my family to ever go to college. Neither finished high school. We ran a bar, restaurant, pool room. That's why I'd be a good president. If it weren't for Social Security survivor benefits, my sister, who was 13, we wouldn't have made it. Without student loans, we wouldn't have made it. I'm 60, I'm not married, I don't have any kids. I'd give up some Social Security to save the system. Half of today's seniors would be in poverty without a Social Security check. So I want to get on with leading the nation. No, hell no, I'm not going to drop out.
But don't you feel that Republicans are sabotaging their own party right now? Look what happened with John Boehner. He was basically forced to step down because there was a lot of infighting. Don't you feel that Republicans are sabotaging the GOP right now?
You know, there's a lot of infighting in both parties. Aren't you tired of the fighting? So here's what I promise you. Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill, one liberal, one conservative, got to know each other by having a drink. So if I get to be president, we're going to drink more. And we're going to get people in a room.
Cheers to that.
And we're going to say, all right, let's get on with saving the country. You know, Whoopi, you've done very well. Would you give up some of your Social Security benefits to help those who need it more than you do?
I didn't even know I had any left.
Yeah.
I thought it was gone already.
Well,
you know,
it's not
listen,
gone.
the great thing about this country is that we know we have to pay taxes. Some taxes go to things that I'm not interested in. Some taxes go to things that you're not interested in. But collectively, we take care of each other. That's the idea of the country. I always thought that's how I was raised.
Well, that's why I'm sitting here, because my aunt and uncle helped me raise my sister when my parents died. I wouldn't be here without my family, my friends, and my faith. Social Security is there for people who would be in poverty without it. I'm in a good spot in my life. I'm a proud Republican, but we don't have all the answers.